So I think it's quite clear that I enjoy Kingdom Hearts. My YouTube background, part of my intro, the music I use at the end of my gaming reviews, and in a few videos I've even said Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game of all time. So it's pretty clear that it's an important game to me. Now I'm sure many people across YouTube have talked about Kingdom Hearts and why they like it, but instead I'd just like to talk about how I even got into Kingdom Hearts and how it has molded me today. Now, back when I was, let's see here, 11, 12, 13 years old, somewhere in that time frame, I was not the gamer I am now. I mean, I had video game systems around me, but none that I owned. And I think all I had to my name of playing video games was Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, and, Moto Jetpack. Oh man, Jet Ski Moto, something like that, where you could kind of wave around on jet skis, and it's a racing game, but oh man, I digress. So I wasn't really much of a gamer, and the PS2 came out, and this was the first video game system I could call my own, and I didn't really have much to it. I think I had Spider-Man 2 and a Madden game, although I can't remember. I mean, there's just so many that just become lost in your head. But I did not really use this to an extent. But because I was a child, and I was watching a certain channel called the Disney Channel at the time, they were airing a Kingdom Hearts commercial. And I had no clue. I have not heard about Kingdom Hearts since. I did not even know what it was. Again, I did not watch gaming conventions. I did not pay attention to stuff on the internet, nothing like that. And I saw this, and it was, of course, it was marketed towards, kind of frilly kids, and get this awesome Disney action adventure game. But that's not why it intrigued me. It just intrigued me how, you go to these different worlds and you fight these beings. That's what intrigued me. So what ended up happening is, at the time, I got my grandfather to go to a video store and rent it. And I rented it, enjoyed the heck out of it. But unfortunately, because it was a rental and I didn't have a memory card at the time, I lost all my game save data all the way to Tarzan's World, I believe. So all that's gone. And then a few weeks later, I actually buy it, get it. Psyched to play it again. But funny story. I go to Tarzan's World 2 more times because I did not get a memory card until my third, or technically fourth, time playing Kingdom Hearts from the beginning. So that was a full barrel of fun. Now, before I go any further of my post-memory card antics, I'd just like to say, at this time in my childhood, or for most of my childhood, it was not a bright one. I mean, it was not something I would ever want to put on another human being. So with Kingdom Hearts coming into this picture and providing me this game where I can go to other worlds, I can communicate with people, and all of these connection and ties and drama and betrayal, all of these emotions and events that happened really grabbed me, kept me going, and just really provided an outlet for me like no other game has. So, post-memory card Kingdom Hearts antics. I mean, I played the crap out of this thing, although I wasn't, as articulate as I am now. So it took me a few times to actually beat certain characters. But then I got a strategy guide eventually, and yeah, I kind of did some good stuff with that. But anyone who plays Kingdom Hearts, towards the end when you're in Hollow Bastion and Donald and Goofy leave you for Riku because he's now the new Keyblade holder. Well, at that moment when you beat Riku again for the first time, and Sora and Donald decide to come back to you, for that entire playthrough, I decided not to have anybody in my party ever again for that playthrough but Donald and Goofy. I mean, I teared up when they came back to me. I mean, I was like, yes, awesome, thank you, you guys are the best. And then from there, I eventually beat the ending, and yes, I did cry. Again, I'm 11, 12, 13-year-old who is all full of emotions and has this outlet, and of course I cried, and of course I then waited 4 years for Kingdom frickin' Hearts 2 to come out. But before that, I didn't even know what Chain of Memories was. I mean, I just saw it on the commercials, and it looked exactly like number 1, but with cards and just the same exact story. I'm like, oh, you know what, I'll pass on this. And then for Christmas, I get Chain of Memories and the strategy guide for it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I might as well play it. And I got it. And then I find out that it's a whole nother story that takes place after number one, and it's just portraying the same events that you did in the first game. And according to the strategy guide for Chain of Memories, and I quote, it says this game is not necessary to play the Kingdom Hearts canon storyline. And I believed it at first, but then when I got my hand on Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm like, bullshit, because you would have no idea why Sora was in the pod at the very beginning of the game, who Roxas was, who the organization was, or why it was called Organization 13 when it should have been called like Organization 7. I mean, that's stupid on the strategy guide's part. But that's probably why Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite games. I mean, I only got it by a happen chance of seeing a commercial. I actually bared through playing the game multiple times despite losing my save data, which is something I absolutely hate in gaming. And the fact that my current situation, my childhood, all of that just wrapped up into this great Kingdom Hearts game and experience that probably actually got me more into gaming. And I can safely say right now, without Kingdom Hearts or me playing it, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. I probably wouldn't even be on YouTube. That's how much I credit Kingdom Hearts for, being a part of my life, and also just for being an awesome, awesome game. And real quick, guys, before I go, I just want to touch upon one funny moment I wanted to save for last. Where I played Kingdom Hearts 1 in the downstairs, very, very downstairs part of my grandparents' house. It was underneath the ground, and there was windows up at the top of this room, so you could just barely see ground level outside. So when it got dark, there was no, street lights coming into the windows. And also in this room, there was the laundry room, and you can imagine it wherever you want. There was just like this laundry room with a creaky door. The entire laundry room was completely different from the rest of the house. It didn't have carpet, it had like cement, there was cobwebs everywhere. It was just this very unkept, well place, and it got, it was just this cave, it seemed to be. This just scary cave to 11, 12, 13-year-olds where, ghosts and monsters or whatever is going to come out. And in Kingdom Hearts, the part where Sora and Destiny Islands goes into the secret place, and technically now Xehanort's Heartless's bodiless form. He meets in the secret place, and the guy's like, oh, this world has been connected, tied to the darkness, soon to be completely eclipsed, you have so very much to learn. Things like that. When that part came up on my multiple playthroughs of Kingdom Hearts, I actually went upstairs and maybe counted to 2 or 3 minutes, and then went back downstairs, so I didn't have to watch the cutscene and be near this weird laundry room, scary, dark door.